It's time for Guess That Bassline, the game where we play just the bass line from popular songs and see how many you can name correctly. All bass lines are from major sections of songs, such as verses, choruses, or highly recognizable transitions. Naming the song correctly gets you 1 point. Singing or humming the melody will get you half a point. Any challenges will be decided by our distinguished panel of judges. Now it's time to play Guess That Bassline. Welcome to Guess That Bassline. We are joined today by Tony from the band Burden Affinity. That's right, if you watch this channel, you know that that is my band. So welcome, Tony.
What's up, Tim Oates on bass? How you doing?
I am excellent, sir. Are you excited for the this episode of Guess That Bassline to see how well you know popular bass lines from popular songs?
Yeah, I am. It can go really well or really poorly, I feel like, because as you know, during rehearsals, we usually do have you on mute.
That's true. I don't think you've heard a single bass line in years.
I like to be surprised when the album comes out.
Excellent. Well, you have chosen Stone Temple Pilots, which I think is a fantastic choice. Rob DeLeo is the bass player for Stone Temple Pilots. The specific albums, we only went with the Weiland era. And even more so, all of the songs that I chose did chart. Do you have any questions before we dive into the first one?
Yes, I was told there would be cash prizes.
You were told wrong. The prize is bragging rights.
All right, I like it.
All right, here's the first one. Thoughts?
I think that one is Plush.
Let's see if you're right. Nope. That is Big Empty off of 1994's Purple, and that was featured on the Crow soundtrack. So it had lots of exposure back in the 90s. Off to a great start, Tony.
Right?
All right. Let's see if you can get the next one. Thoughts? That one was quick. If you need me to play it again, I can as well.
Tripping on a Hole in a Paper Heart.
Very, very good work, sir.
Redemption.
That is off of 1996's Tiny Music, Songs from the Vatican Gift Shop. Interesting fact, this music was actually written by the drummer Eric Kretz. Who knew drummers can play music as well? Okay, you ready for the next one?
Yep, let's go.
All right. Thoughts?
Since I'm such a big STP fan and I know their catalog so well, I'm just going to randomly go ahead and throw out Days of the Week.
It's like you've been studying. Yes, this is Days of the Week off 2001's Shangri-La Dee Da. And interesting fact about this song is it actually peaked at number 4 on the rock charts. For some reason, at the end of 2001, they stopped playing it in their live set, despite it being so popular. Are you ready for the next one?
I'm ready.
Okay. Do you know this one?
I'm just going to guess and say Big Bang Baby.
This is Sour Girl off the album number 4 from the year 2000. We've got a few more. How you feeling?
All right. Yeah, it's definitely tougher. If I had the accompanying drums, I think I'd probably get all these right. But yeah, bass lines only. It's tough.
It's okay. I think you're doing pretty good. Let's see though how you do on the next one. And I'm going to let you know up front. This next one is a trick. This is a trick question coming up. I'm telling you right now, this is a trick question.
So, okay.
Are you ready?
Let's go.
Any idea what that is?
All right. Well, I'm going to go by, since you gave me the hint that it's a trick, I'm going to go by, I'm going to say it's Dancing Days.
Interesting guess. Let's see if you're right. That's right. This is actually our song Nothing More by Burden Affinity, proving that the band does keep me on mute during practice.
Yeah. Maybe I'll bump you up next time for the next episode. That's awesome.
Okay. Well, you know you're not going to live that one down. All right, next one. Any idea which one that is?
Nope, it's going to have to be another guess. I'm just randomly going to say Sex Type Thing.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah. I know it's out in the garden. 1 second of actual audio.
Wicked Garden actually goes all the way back to 1990 when the band still went by Mighty Joe Young. We have 2 more. Are you ready?
All right.
Can you recognize that bass line?
Oh, man. You're making it tough on me, dude.
This probably is the toughest one of all of them. It is pretty late in their catalog, I'll say. I'll actually say it is off of the last album they released with Scott Weiland from 2010, their self-titled album.
Lady Picture Show. Random guess.
That is a very random guess, because that is not even off the 2010 album. Lady Picture Show is off their 3rd album, I think.
Oh, I don't know what album it's on.
That's Between the Lines. It's
Yeah,
actually
just that one.
a number 1 single. All right, you have one chance for redemption, sir. Are you up to the challenge?
All right, let's go. Try and finish on a high note.
Any guesses? Or I can play it again.
Let's see. Big Bang Baby.
I had high hopes, Tony. That was Sex Type Thing. It was actually the debut single off of 1992's Core.
There could have been cash prizes. I wouldn't have received any.
Yeah, that's right. I would not have gone broke. Out of 8 songs, 7 real, 1 being a trick, you got 2. Anything you'd like to promote or words of wisdom you would like to share before we sign off?
Well, I guess in your defense, listen to your bass player once in a while.
Unmute the bass player for a change. You never know what you might hear. All right. Well, big thanks to Tony from Burden Affinity for joining Guess That Bassline today. Please make sure that you like and subscribe, drop comments, let us know if you think Tony did a good job or a poor job, because this game is harder than it looks, so maybe 2 points is really good. Maybe not. Let us know your thoughts. You keep making beautiful music, and I will see you in the next video.